Local governments play a key role in enforcing lockdown rules. How will the LGUs respond to a shift back to a tighter quarantine status? Joining us now on the phone is San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora. Mayor, good morning. Now, last Friday we spoke to you and you were very clear that you were in favor of the status quo, which was to stay in GCQ. Of course, there was the announcement last night that the NCR and other provinces are going back to MECQ. What's your reaction to that, Mayor?
Hi, Ria. Good morning, and to everyone watching CNN. Yes, I've been very consistent in my position to stay under GCQ. However, we have seen that in the past few days, the conditions have become different. In fact, the number of daily cases have eventually reached 5,000 a day here in the Philippines. So what we were discussing a few days ago is totally different. And of course, we understand and we listened to the call of the medical frontliners for a timeout, and this actually prompted me to have deeper discussions with my medical team, the head of our San Juan Medical Center, General and Dr. Joseph Acosta, and the head of our City Health Office, Dr. Santo Domingo, and considering, of course, the situation of our medical frontliners, the decision of the president to shift to MECQ is something that I welcome. It is only for 2 weeks, so I believe that the timeout that the medical frontliners requested for will be given a chance. And we are now preparing for the adjustment to MECQ. In fact, I have the whole day today to meet with all our teams and the department heads to be able to adjust smoothly for the MECQ starting tomorrow.
Right. Well, going back to MECQ means that quarantine passes will once again be required and localized lockdowns are encouraged. Can you take us through what exactly you plan to do in San Juan and what are the measures that might be imposed there now once MECQ is in place?
Actually, we will just revert back to what we were doing during the months of May and I believe the latter part of April. So one key factor here really is no mass gatherings. Of course, no public transport. There will be checkpoints. There will be quarantine passes. And only essential businesses will be allowed to open. And only people seeking for essential services and goods will be allowed to go out. So the big difference really here is the number of people who will be allowed to go out in the street will be significantly lower than GCQ. So that means we have more control as to who gets to go out their houses. And the barangay officials, particularly our barangay captains, will be issuing quarantine passes. If you remember, during the time of ECQ and MECQ, for one family, only one member will be allowed to get food or medicines. Unlike now under the GCQ, basically everyone can go out except those who are 21 and below and 60 and above. So you will eventually really see a lot less of people on the streets starting tomorrow once MECQ is implemented again. And we will again have checkpoints in the different key areas and the main roads of San Juan. And if I may share, during the MECQ, San Juan experienced 10 days without a single case. So we had 10 days of zero positive cases. And during that time, the most we had were 1, 2, 3 cases a day. So we are expecting, again, a drop in the number of positive cases once we implement MECQ starting tomorrow, because we can then now just control the people coming in to San Juan. In fact, since we are a small city, we only have 21 barangays, and once all barangays are really strictly monitored, we actually can identify each and every positive patient here in our city.
Right, much more doable for you, at least in a smaller city. Mayor, which establishments are going to have to close once MECQ is back in place?
There will be no more dine-in in restaurants again, so we will be back to just doing takeout. And the gyms that were supposed to open this August and the barber shops and some entertainment areas will not be allowed to open. Of course, mass gatherings, including religious activities, will also not be allowed during the MECQ. So it's really an adjustment once again, but essential businesses will be allowed. So basically, only essential businesses such as drugstores, restaurants, medical services, banks, these will be the ones that will be allowed to open, and most other businesses which are considered to be leisure will not be allowed.
All right, Mayor, thank you so much for speaking to us here on New Day.